Colin, Russ had another bad fourth quarter.
He sure did.
Do you blame Westbrook for the Oklahoma City's failure here?
I actually don't. I blame Sam Presti. Okay, it's the only roster in the league without one elite three-point shooter. This is like being in a brick-and-mortar business and not getting digital. Okay, Cleveland's got 9 guys that can hit a three. Golden State's got 6, Houston 5. They got 0. Okay, Westbrook drives me crazy. But Sam Presti's given him the keys to the kingdom. The team's paralyzed. Do you watch the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
His teammates don't know how to act. Now, some's on Russ. Mm-hmm. But when you empower, by the way, this is what the Lakers did last 2 years to Kobe. Young players sat around. Well, our owner said he's the guy, and our GM said he's the guy, and Byron Scott said he's the guy. Sam Presti has given too much power. And this roster, come on now, man. We're in a streaming world. You got to have a .com. They don't have a three-point shooter on the roster.
Ultimately, you're right, but I'm not going to let Westbrook skate. Seriously. And I've been defending him during the regular season. His fourth quarters in a fourth-quarter league is an indictment on him. His lack of self-awareness, his lack of situational basketball. And you can't tell me this is because, he doesn't have any teammates or anything like that. He lacks self-awareness. Again, I make a movie analogy. If you ever seen the movie Castaway, Tom Hanks, his best friend was Wilson, the ball. That's Russell Westbrook. And this isn't a movie. You know, Tom Hanks got saved in that movie. You die alone when you're no man's an island. You die alone, and Russell Westbrook died alone last night.
Look, a great point by you. First of all, Kevin Durant is really to blame. They would probably be the favorites to get to the finals this year if he had stayed put. Then you're right. This roster is not built for Russell Westbrook. It was built for Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. And so the lack of three-point shooting, think about this. The floor isn't spaced at all. They're usually playing 2 bigs, Taj Gibson and Enes Kanter or Steven Adams or whoever. So Russell was bad in the fourth. There's no defending that. And he's always had his problems with situational basketball and making the right decision, even when KD was there. But this was amped up because of frustration with every time I go to the bench, we got a little bit of the lead. Every time I get back off the bench, we're down. They were negative 58 in the 46 minutes that he didn't play. That's essentially one game. You got beat by 58 without Russell Westbrook.
They weren't very good in the fourth with him.
They weren't, but let me pose this. Let's say we're doing this show. And your analysts, your producers, your statistician guys, their financial background, they don't have anything in sports. So the information they're giving you has no relevance to what you're doing on this show. That's basically what you got with Russell when he puts the players on the court. Those guys that are on the court, he wants one shooter to be able to knock down a shot. Just one. He doesn't have it. So, of course, he's going, he would find them because he got 10 points, 10 assists.
Exactly.
He will find somebody. I don't let Russ off the hook. Some of the decisions he makes are terrible. Some of the shots that he takes are terrible. The turnovers are terrible. But it's because of the pressure. He doesn't have anybody there in this system that relieve the pressure. Colin, you said this, pacing himself, right? Why doesn't he do it? Mike did it because he had Scottie. Okay, LeBron did it because he had Kyrie. There's no way that Russ can pace himself with this team because when he goes out the game, no one makes it easier for him. No one makes it easier for his teammates. So not admonishing anything that he does, but he doesn't have the system to help in place do a lot of this stuff.
Part of what journalists do is they like stories. You've taught me this, is that a lot of times, and there's a lack of stories, who's the best story? Westbrook, the triple-double became the best story in a league where we know the Cavs and Golden State are the best. Mm-hmm. Here's one thing, though. We got to stop. Okay, I keep hearing about, he's exhausted in the fourth. Okay, Allen Iverson played in a league where point guards could be wrestled to the floor. The travel wasn't as cushy. Played 7 minutes per playoff game more than Russell Westbrook. Here's all the numbers. He didn't have all those turnovers. He shot better threes. Okay, Iverson played in a tougher league with less cushy travel, often less rest. He was a smaller body. He was a 168-pound guy. Yeah. Can we stop with
But he had Eric Snow to handle most of the ball.
But here's the thing.
He had a point guard that handled the load in regards to bringing the ball up the
Okay,
floor.
but how come we never allowed Iverson to say, guys, I'm shot in the fourth? I mean, that's become like
But I don't think that's I think there are a few media members saying that. But overall, I don't think people are looking at it, oh, he was just dead, he was fatigued.
Like, I'm tired of that excuse.
Yeah, and I get that. I think a lot of it was mental anguish that you could see he was frustrated that not only is nobody else scoring, we're about to finish the season.
Jim made the point, though. They need a point guard next year, not Russell Westbrook playing the point.
I would experiment.
James Harden, James 2-1.
I would look at trying to get shooters and playing like a Mike D'Antoni type system. I think Russell would be good in that type of system.